Good day everyone, especially to Mrs. Ruby May Malibiran. This is the reporter of Group 6 and our topic is all about labor market wages in perfect computation. So markets for the factors of production. While economics largely focuses on the markets for goods and services, or what we commonly refer to as outputs of production, there are also markets for the factors of production or inputs to production. There are what we call factor markets, which keep the circular flow of economic activity moving. So, product market and factor market. A product market is the market for the final good or service which is which is usually considered to be a consumer product. So a product market is simply a final product or a final good or services for the consumer. Factor market opposite the market for goods and services. It can be noticed that household and firms in our circular model and reverse. So labor market are usually the best example to represent factor markets. So factor market is all about the resources that businesses use to purchase, rate, or hire. So labor market equilibrium. The question of why wages and employment go up and down can be analyzed and answered by understanding the labor market equilibrium. It is a far fact that individuals would be more willing to work when the wage is high. So, while firms prefer to hire when the wage is low. So as a result, individuals seek for for a for a salary that is high, and a firm prefers to hire when the wage is low. Labor demand. The demand for labor is simply like a demand for good, so it generally follows the law of demand. The wage, which is the price of labor, will be plotted in the y-axis of the graph, and the quantity of labor, which can be expressed by the number of employment available in the market, will be plotted in the x-axis. So labor demand is the amount of labor that employers seek to hire during a given time period at a particular wage rate. That is a labor demand. That's it.
Labor supply. As there is alone labor demand, it only follows that there should be also be a supply of labor. Same principle with the law of supply, which says that if the price of labor increases, then the supply of labor will also increase, and vice versa. In a certain company, they need worker or trabahante, and we call this as a labor demand. When we say labor supply, it is a duration or kung ano kadugay ang trabahante na willing na mo trabahante, and of course ang iya sweldo will be based sa trabaho na iya pag-offer. If dako ang sweldo, syempre ang supply of labor is dako sab. What determines market wage rates? A basic principle of economics is the notion of the price or value of goods, services, and even the resources such as labor is determined by the behavior of demand and supply. Several efficiency wage mechanism or models are the following when the companies can benefit from higher wages, reduce worker resignation, and labor turnover cost. Also, if taas ang sweldo, satisfied ang trabahante ug maka-provide siya ng needs for his or her family because of is dili na siya maghanap pa ng lain na trabaho. So, taas ang chance na wala yung mag-resign. Higher wages attract more applicants. And of course, if taas ang sweldo, dagan ang mag-apply. What determine market wage rates? It means that ang wage rates will nagdepende sa demand and supply ng isa ka product or services. Equilibrium wages. This compensating differential is the difference in wages that arises to offset the nominatory characteristics of different jobs. Equilibrium in competitive labor market. In the supply and demand analysis for a labor market, the horizontal axis represents quantity and the vertical axis represents price or wage. In the context, however, the quantity of labor which can be measured as employment hour is labeled as L, and the price of labor, which is more commonly called the wages, is labeled as W.
Factors that explain productivity and wages. Why do workers earn different equilibrium wages? An individual's ability to earn or perform useful services can be highlighted by his training, education, and experience. Such endeavors which augment individuals' earning are called human capital investments. When people invest on education themselves, they are considered investing in their earning capacity by increasing their productive services. When people exhibit intelligence above the others, they usually get better wages due to their natural ability. Being pretty is also a natural ability which can be advantage to get better wages since attractiveness may allow one to work as model or an actress and then be more productive. The superstars phenomenon. Some athletes, actors, and singers are performers to earn huge amount of compensation. And if you should ask that a plumber get paid millions like this individual, the superstars phenomenon would strongly disagree. This phenomenon suggests that only individuals who are highly sought after or admired by large crowd earn huge amount of money, can make them very important in the world. Markets have two characteristics that patronize the rise of superstar individuals wants to enjoy the goods provided by the best producer, and the other characteristic is the good is produced with a technology that make it possible for the best producer to the supply at low cost. Unemployment. While unemployment is an issue in microeconomics, it would help to touch its concept in microeconomics, given that firms require labor and individuals. Workers supply them. Unemployment is a byproduct of micro-level decision of the workers and the firms. A good employment rate of an economy signals healthy economic activity going in a country. When people are employed, the living conditions are raised, as well output, productivity, and employment rate is measured by.
Ma'am, this is the continuation of our group report, the efficiency wage theory. In some markets, wages are set above the equilibrium level for the purposes of increasing the productivity of the worker. The efficiency wage theory, developed by economists Carl Shapiro and Joseph Stiglitz in 1984, explained that it would be beneficial for firms to pay workers above the equilibrium wage rate to encourage efficiency of labor, also called the Shapiro-Stiglitz theory, analyze wage and employment in labor market equilibrium. The second one, in the case of a firm paying lower wage to its employees,
This would came employees, especially those with good skills, to look for different jobs elsewhere, and the effect the firms would be left with employees with lower skills level, turning out lesser productivity. And then, chapter summary. A product market is the market for a final good or service which is usually considered to be a consumer product. Number 2, a factor market is the market for the factors used in the production of a consumer product and not the good produced itself. And the product market, dito dinadala ng bahay kalakal ang kanilang produkto na siya namang binibili ng sambayan, dito kumikita ang bahay kalakal. Factor market ay tumutukoy sa merkadong nagpapaikot ng isang negosyo. Ito ang pangunahing bumibili ng mga kinakailangan sa pagpapatakbo ng isang negosyo. The labor market is a market where people offer their skills to employers in exchange for salaries and other forms of compensation. The demand for labor is simply a demand for a good, so it generally follows the law of demand. And similarly, the law of supply states that if price of labor increase, then the supply of labor will also increase and vice versa. And labor market, ang produktong tinutukoy dito ay ang mga trabahador na tumututok sa level ng sahod na maaari nilang matanggap sa labor market. Ang presyo na nagpapagawa o sahod na nagbabalanse sa supply and demand ng labor ay tinatawag na market clearing wage. Dahil for demand, ang presyo ng paggagawa ng trabahador o kanyang sahod ay may inverse na relasyon sa dami ng trabahador na dididemand ng employer. Tumataas ang sahod na kailangan ibayad sa mga trabahador, kadalasan ay dahil sa pagtaas din ng presyo ng mga bilihin. Similarly, the law of supply states that if price would labor increase, then the supply of labor will also increase, the vice versa. And compensating differential is difference in wage that arises to offset the non-monetary characteristic of different jobs. The law of supply, kapag mataas ang presyo ng isang bilihin, tataas ang dami ng produktong handang ipagbili sa tamang panahon. Kapag bababa ang presyo ng isang bilihin, bababa rin ang dami ng produktong nais ipagbili sa isang takdang panahon. And then, the superstar phenomenon suggests that only individuals who are highly sought after and admired by a large crowd can earn huge amounts of money, thus making them very important in the world. A good employment rate in an economy signals a healthy economic activity in a country. The efficiency wage theory explains that it would be beneficial for firms to pay workers above the equilibrium wage rate to encourage them to work more efficiently. And then the superstar phenomenon, how a celebrity like a singer or an athlete can earn exceptionally high incomes. And then the employment rate is percent ng dami ng employee sa workforce. Tapos, efficiency wage theory as advocates paying your employees higher than the market wage for their role. The terms was first used by Alfred Marshall to describe the wage a firm would pay a worker to increase their productivity such that firm was indifferent between the low efficiency worker and the high efficiency worker. That's all. Thank you.